Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Oh, and there we go. Here's the recording. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sammamish High School's robotics team, the Robototes Parent Info Night. My name is Kitty Nakagawa. I am a senior at Sammamish, and I am one of the co-captains of the Robototes. Just a quick little summary of like our team and like what exactly this 2412 number means. We are a robotics team based out of Sammamish High School under the organization FIRST. FIRST is a global organization that helps to advocate for STEM education for students K through 12. FIRST standing for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. Um, there are divisions for all ages. FRC, the division we're under, is for high school students only. And we also have another robotics team that is the Techno Touch, which is under FTC, which stands for First Tech Challenge, which is like middle to high school level. So their robots are a little more smaller and compact, while our team makes larger robots and has a larger team. So it's more of a business rather than anything. There are many different aspects within robotics that we will get to, but that's kind of just like a main quick summary of who we are as a team. Also, to explain the number, we were the 2,412th team to register as an FRC team. So that's the quick little explanation behind that. Tesby.
Yeah, a quick introduction. My name is Tez Beatman. I'm also a senior at Sammamish High School, and I am co-captain with Kitty. So, yeah. Okay, just real quick. So, Bordie Recharge, as Kitty mentioned, is our off-season competition that we are hosting at Sammamish High School, and we just wanted to let you all know who's been working behind the scenes for this. So obviously, Ms. Herzog, she's our head coach since the beginning, as well as our event coordinator. Ms. Herzog, if you want to introduce yourself.
I'll just say hi. Right.
And then Evan Klein, he's our head mentor. He's actually an alumni of the team, and he's come back to mentor. So really appreciate his help. Ms. Dooley, our logistics mentor, and another event coordinator. Ms. Dooley, if you want to introduce yourself.
I can try. It's getting kind of loud here at drive practice, but I'm Mrs. Dooley. One of these drivers is my child. I know most of your kids from Sammamish or Tillicum, where I've been a substitute teacher for 6 years. And this is my 3rd and a half year mentoring.
Thank you, Ms. Dooley. And then Cole and Tristan, who helped as like our technical advisors, all the robot stuff and like what first needs from us to set up this event. Leo as our media lead to like have good coverage of the event, make sure everything is running smoothly, advertising and all that. Julian, our logistics lead, he's like the main communicator, not just for this event, but for the season in general. And yeah, just please unblock the @robototes.com domain so you can receive emails or like add them to your safe senders list. We tried sending out an email for this parent meeting through the logistics email, and we had a lot bounce back. So we had Ms. Herzog's in that email, but yeah, just please add that to the list so that you are getting the updates that you all need to get. And to contact Kitty and I, captain@robototes.com, and Herzog, Ms. Herzog's email is herzogk@bsd405.org.
So, with joining our school's robotics team, obviously it takes money to build robots, and so we do require a team fee. Sorry, there are dogs. I don't know if y'all could hear that. But so it is $150 per student. And so the breakdown of what exactly that's going to be covering is going to be a team t-shirt and sweatshirt that every student gets every year. About $50 is going to go to that, buses and transportation to and from competitions and stuff, because our team is around 75 people right now. So we're carpools isn't exactly going to cut it. So buses is what we're going to be using for our primary form of transportation, which is going to be around $50 per student. And then the rest is going to go to supplies and robot parts that our team is going to be using for this year and future years. Also, we do not want financial instability or like finances or financial stuff to be like a barrier between you and your support and your child being on the team. So we want to make sure that if you have any issues regarding like paying the team fee, please contact Ms. Herzog. We can provide fee waivers if necessary. We can talk to the school district. If you qualify for free and reduced lunch, your fee waiver for any kind of club is automatically waived. So don't need to worry about that. But if it isn't exactly like a free and reduced lunch level kind of thing, and if you just would like to talk to Ms. Herzog about potentially waiving that fee, just contact her and all of that will remain confidential. But we don't want this fee to be a barrier within your child and being on the team. Tesbeat, you're muted.
Not. Still, okay. Yeah, here's what to expect at Bordie Recharge. So I'm gonna play a quick video on a past competition we went to. This was in 2020 before the COVID outbreak. Actually, the last event we competed in before the outbreak. So some good memories and also like a good understanding of what a competition typically looks like.
You bring an energy I've never felt before. Some kind of chemical that reaches through my core. Feels like as far as you and me, I've never had a choice. You feel like home. You're like the opposite of all of my mistakes. Tear down the biggest walls and put me in my place. I know that kind of comfortable you cannot replicate. You feel like home. So if you're asking me, say, oh, how do you know? I don't just feel it in my heart. Don't just feel it in my heart. No, I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. And I know when it cuts deep down through your chest and through your soul, that's how you know. That's how I know. I feel it in my bones. And I know when it cuts deep down through your chest and through your soul, that's how you know. That's how I know. I feel it in my bones. So many people just walk in and out your life. I'd trade a couple hundred just to get some time back, that's right. Cause for you and me, I got no alibi. You feel like home. Oh, so if you're asking me, saying, oh, how do you know? I don't just feel it in my heart. Don't just feel it in my heart. No, I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, and I know when it cuts deep down through your chest and through your soul, that's how you know. That's how I know. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, I feel it in my bones. Oh, that's how you know. That's how I know. So if you're asking me, say, boy, how do you know? I don't just feel it in my heart. Don't just feel it in my heart. No, I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, and I know when it cuts
Okay, so yeah, that was like a recap of what a competition looks like. And yeah, so many memories, so many people. Um, so back to Bordie Recharge. Again,
Can I
this is like,
can I say one thing, Tasby? I
yeah,
just wanted to make sure from a parent perspective, when you watch that video, you might be like, oh my goodness, no masks, very crowded. This was before COVID. And so I just want parents to be assured that our event is going to be very COVID safe, masks all the time, way fewer teams, way fewer spectators. We're limiting the total number of people that are coming to 350. So even though the game's exactly the same, it's actually going to look quite a bit different in the gym. So I just wanted parents to know that we're going to be very safe.
yeah. So this will be a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday, but since we are hosting, we will need to have an extra day to set up. So that will be October 15th, a Friday, and setup will be from 7 p.m. to, yes, 12 a.m. And we wanted to put this up here that, like, if your child says that they need to be at school till 12 a.m., they are right. And we will have, like, adults there the whole time. But, like, understandably, if they need to get home, that's okay. We do have a lot of volunteers helping us out, so that's great. Um, Day one is, Miss Dooley, do
Hey,
you want to add
Tasbeat.
something? Yes.
I did want to add something real quick, just for those of you parents who may or may not want to pick up your child at midnight. There are people on the team who drive. And if that's something you're interested in, you could have your student reach out to some other students. So just FYI.
Yeah, okay. So day one, Saturday, October 16th, first day of actual competitions where teams will be coming in, setting up their pits. They're getting their robots ready, and that'll be from 7 a.m. to 6:30. However, not everyone is required to come in at 7 a.m. This is for a limited number of folks who are, for example, on drive team, pit crew, or like volunteering during that time, like helping teams find their way around the campus and things like that. Um, the day will actually start at 9 a.m. So if your child is not on one of those teams, they would come at 9, and then we would have like matches throughout the day. These would be the qualifying matches, so just randomly selected alliances. And again, alliances were the red and blue teams that you saw in the video. Um, and the event would end around like 6. Who knows timing? Like sometimes we go faster through matches, sometimes slower. So that's like is a kind of rough estimate for when we end, and then the pits will close for the teams at 6:30. We might be there a little later cleaning up or something, but that is the goal, to be out by 6:30. And then October 17th is Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5:30. This will be continuing the qualifying matches, but also having playoffs, which is basically the top. I don't know, we haven't really decided this number, but the top couple teams get to choose their own alliances, and then they compete to be like finalists and the event winners. And for a more detailed schedule, check out www.bordierecharge.com/schedule. And if you have access to the chat, I think Kitty put that in, so thank you. So as Ms. Herzog was saying, there is a limit on the people who are going to be in the gym of around 350. So students must be signed up in final forms and have a volunteer position in order to attend. So far, we do have a list of people, and we still have some room, but just want to put that out there that because our team is so big this year, we might not be able to have everyone attend, which is unfortunate. And also, everyone is most likely not going to be able to attend for the both days, Saturday and Sunday. So just a heads up on that. It's nothing like, oh, your child is not welcome here. It's just we just want everyone to have the opportunity to experience a competition and like at least be there for one day. One day is better than no days. So there will be a live stream on Twitch, and spectators not allowed, so only team members and volunteers are allowed. So sorry, parents, but we will send out information on where to watch the live stream and send out the link. Oh, vaccinated parents can help with tear down only after the event ends at 5:30. So if you would like to come, um, yeah, if you would like to come, then that would be great. Tear down, we do need like adults to help take down like the big structure in the field. So we would really appreciate your help. And yeah, Miss Dooley or Miss Herzog, do you want to add anything?
I just posted in the chat that I actually had someone cancel as a field reset volunteer on Sunday. So if there's a parent who does want to come as an official volunteer and be field side for all of Sunday, you can talk to me. And I think there might be more than one position, but I have to check with a volunteer coordinator. If you are coming to help on Sunday, are we going to be requiring them to submit their vaccination cards or just show it? It's Herzog. Like if they
Yes,
show
so
up to help with teardown, what do we do?
no, not for teardown. I'm not going to require,
Perfect.
um, yeah, only for volunteers like during the actual event when the teams are there.
Which means we can also have parents help with setup if they want to, as long as they're vaccinated. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need 10 to 12 adults to put up and down the truss in the middle of the field. And for tear down, if you're over 6 feet or over, that would be better. You have to be able to lift 50 pounds and hold it at a certain height with, 10 or 12 other people.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about like the COVID guidelines and like how we're gonna be safe at this event. Um, so like Mr. Zog said, we do have a limit on how many people can come. So in total, we are only allowed 350 people. This includes teams, mentors. Oh, I'm just going to. Okay, I just want to make sure everyone can hear me properly. Um, so this includes all the teams that are coming. I'm pretty sure we have like 22 teams. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, we have
19.
18 teams,
19.
and then with us is 19. That is
Okay,
correct.
19 teams. So they're from all over Washington State, which is very exciting. But we are sending them limits on how many people they can have. This also includes their mentors, not just their team members, and this includes volunteers. So in total, we are only allowed 350 people. But for each day, like Tesbeat said, we can have some people come on Saturday and some different people come on Sunday. So students, if you are here and you are listening to me, please fill out the form that I put in the chat. um, Again, if you do not fill out that form, and your name isn't on the list, you will not be allowed in. You will not get a wristband, and you will not be allowed in because that's just the rules that we are going with. We really want to make sure everyone gets a chance to kind of experience the whole vibe of like what it means to be at a competition, especially because we did go to an off-season competition block party hosted by Henry M. Jackson's robotics team up in Mill Creek. But that was like 2 weeks after school started. So a lot of like newer members weren't able to come and participate. So this is going to be a chance for newer members who joined a bit later to kind of get a feel for what exactly a robotics competition kind of is before we get into our big season this coming January, February, and whatever. So masks will be required at all times. This is kind of just a given, having over 300 people in one gym slash cafeteria. Um, please put your masks over your nose and mouth. Kind of pretty standard stuff, CDC's things. We will have designated eating spaces, including covered outdoor spaces. We don't know if it's going to rain yet, but they will be covered anyways. So there will be designated spaces to eat. There will be no eating in the gym. That's just kind of been like a very standard thing for any robotics competition, even if it isn't COVID. Um, like I talked about earlier, we will have wristbands for admission. So we have a certain number of wristbands, and so that means a certain number of people will get in. If you do not have a wristband, you will not be admitted. Um, Please try to social distance as much as possible. We know it's kind of hard in a cramped and confined space where people are kind of shuffling through, just trying to get to where they need to go. But with proper masks and hand sanitizer available all throughout the venue and people social distancing as much as possible, we hope that uh, well, we're gonna make this as COVID safe as we can. Um, Also, per BSC guidelines, all adults coming, whether you're a mentor, volunteer, just like if you are coming into the event as someone who is trying to help out with teardown or setup or being a volunteer, you must be vaccinated. We cannot require students to be vaccinated, but all adults must be. And but if you are a volunteer, you must send your verification to Ms. Herzog beforehand. Talk to Miss Herzog or Miss Dooley if you need any help like figuring that out. But for teardown and setup, you can just show it as you come in and it'll be all good. So yeah. A lot of this was already covered, but
Right. And I was just going to say that mentors are going to get a separate email with a link to the way that they can upload their proof of vaccination. So don't have to worry about that. You'll get an email if you're an adult and you are volunteering.
you're muted, Tesby.
I don't like teams. Okay.
I know.
Ways to help the team, and then not just for this event, Bordie Recharge, but also for the whole season. Volunteer hours and matching and like monetary donations, depending on if your workplace offers that. Um, so yeah, I know a lot of companies do that. For like if you spend, for example, a couple hours with the team, whether that's mentoring or volunteering, excuse me, hours can be matched and the team will get money from that. So that's really great. Mentoring, a little bit more higher commitment, but like do what you can and we'd really appreciate it. So you don't really need technical expertise. Like we say we're a robotics team, but it's so many more things go into it than just building the robot. We have a business sub team, media sub team, and like some like awards and like design and other things. So if you're interested in any of those, as well as like mechanical or programming, we'd always love your help. And we also have parent committees. So I'll touch briefly on this, but we will have like a follow up for more like detailed information on what the season looks like. But for example, a travel team, for example, if we need to travel further, for example, to Houston for our of world championships potentially, we need a lot of parent help for planning that. Um, Even just like providing lunches at competition, even dinners for during build season. And again, we'll get into the like nitty gritty of like what all these words mean at our follow up meeting. But yeah, if you want to scan this QR code or head to the link, there is like a bunch of options to just like on how you can help the team. So click what's interesting to you, and I think I'll like pause here for a couple of minutes if people want to go through the form and like have any questions. And Kitty put it in the chat, so thank you.
Yeah, also just to like reiterate, we are a robotics team. However, if you have any sort of time that you would be willing to donate to helping out the team, we are always in need of mentors, whether you're like not necessarily like STEM or like engineering like related. Like our business team has an annual fundraiser that which is a silent auction that we host each year. Our first year we did that in person. It was really successful. We raised around like $4,000. And then last year, since we were during COVID, we did an online version where we had a 12-hour live stream on our YouTube channel with like different videos within it. But we raised I think around like $3,500. So which was pretty good for an online season. But as much parent help and like parent input is appreciated within that. So if you are interested in mentoring and helping out our business sub team in particular, I know we would really appreciate that, because I feel like any parent, just like, since it is like targeted towards our robotics parents, any kind of input that you guys would be willing to give, or just even like help out and like, you know, make sure that we're on track and everything, would be super appreciated. Um, and if you're interested in that, it should be in the link if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah. Okay, cool. Cool.
If there aren't any questions, I think we can just open it up to general questions, Bordie recharge about like the season, and again, like ways to help the team. But thank you all for coming, and thank you for
Also,
your
we did
support.
have, yeah, we did have William's mom, Anne Marie, wanted to talk about a newly forming parent booster club. Anne Marie, are you there?
I am here.
Yay.
Um, so I've been talking to the PTSA, and it used to be called STEPS. I don't know what it's called now with the team name, the team thing, about forming a parent booster. And really, the parent booster would be for 3 reasons. One, advocacy for the robotics at Sammamish, and 2, some fundraising so that they have access to some money that's that's not through ASB. For sometimes there's things that the robotics team needs to buy, but they can't buy it with ASB funds or whatever. And 3, to kind of have a pool of volunteers to help coordinate volunteer opportunities for parents. But so setting it up through the steps is no big deal. But I can't do it by myself. I need 1 or 2 people to help me kick it off, and maybe one to be a fundraising chair, and 1 to be an advocacy chair, and 1 to be volunteer wrangling chair or something. That I just can't do it all by myself. So anyway, I guess contact both Laura Dooley and Kim Herzog have my information. Oh, and I was thinking of 1 booster for both the Techno Totes and the Robo Totes, but I don't have a severe opinion about that, but I just think personally it would stretch me too much to try to have 2.
One is a great idea. They have similar needs and they share similar space. They need similar advocacy and fundraising. So it doesn't make any sense to have them separated, in my opinion. Money can be earmarked for various teams on paper if that's needed, but it's probably not even needed. And I just want to jump here and say, you know, I've been the team coach since the beginning. This is my 15th year, and we need to have a group of parents that is willing to advocate for the team long term, because people, the staff at Sammamish, the staff at Bellevue School District changes over, and the institutional knowledge isn't always carried into the next generation of staff. So we need parents who can continually be, you know, at the forefront, making sure the Bellevue School District, the school board, our administration knows how important this team is for an opportunity for all of our students. You know, at Sammamish in particular, we need this opportunity for our kids to give them a leg up going forward. And so I think it's really critical that we get this started. I, as a staff member, can't really have anything to do with it. I can just say, is a good idea. Thank you.
Well, once again, if you're interested in helping set up the booster account and everything, please contact Ms. Herzog or Miss Dooley. They're kind of our main like adult contacts, and they will get you connected to Anne Marie through that. Do we have any questions regarding anything that has been said? Just Bordie recharge or general team stuff or the
Or
booster?
anything that hasn't been said, anything you're confused
That is
about.
also true.
Yes.
How do we sign up for volunteering on Sunday to break down?
There is no sign up for that. We're just opening it up. So, yeah, just come to Sammamish at around like 5:30. And yeah.
It actually looks like we might be done earlier than that Sunday. So what I would say, if you're thinking of coming, make sure that your student knows you're thinking of coming, and they can text you when things are wrapping up. Because what we want to happen is we want for the teams to start leaving, and then the smaller parts of the teams breaking down the pit so that we have room for more people, because we don't want to go over that 350. So yeah, I think at the Jack in the Bot event, it was supposed to be 4 and it was 2:30. So I'm hoping ours will be a little bit earlier. I will mention also real quick that setup and tear down for students count towards the volunteer hours for community service. So if you have another child that needs volunteer hours for community service, they could come Friday night or Sunday night and claim that as community service hours.
Yes, robots are noisy. But it makes us jealous that we're not there watching them drive around. Yes, it is. And also quickly, just to fill the airtime, we will be having another parent meeting where we will present like our budget. We talked a little bit about money and funds and how much we need money. And I think it's fair that you see exactly why, because our budget is, the year we went to Worlds, it was, now I can't remember the exact number, but it was over $60,000. And our entrance fee is over $12,000 just to be able to play is over $12,000. So it's a very expensive thing to do. We get a lot of grants, but we also need as much fundraising as possible. And one way to really help out the team is if you work for one of those companies that has matching funds, like Microsoft is one I know of. Just to volunteer a few hours makes a big difference for our team as far as money goes. So just to put that out there. And then at a meeting, we'll give you the entire budget so you can see exactly what we spend all our money on. Yeah, we'll also go over, what the build season looks like, what competitions look like. We have a parent-student handbook that it's the student handbook, but parents need to read it and be informed about it. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that later as well. I guess I don't need to fill any more airtime. I just want to say also that I'm going to start now to thank Laura Dooley for the incredible, like, superstar volunteer coordinator that she is. We could not put this event on without her. She's absolutely amazing. We love her so much. Yay. Yes, I would be dead right now if it wasn't for her. She's just incredible. So thank you, Mrs. Dooley.
Sorry, I was talking to the energy captain.
Oh, so you didn't hear my mush. Okay.
But I heard, I see the hearts. I see the hearts, so thank you.
And yeah, if anyone has further questions or like anything comes up later, don't hesitate to contact like Ms. Herzog or Kitty and I. Again, you can contact Kitty and I at captain@robotoads.com, and Ms. Herzog is herzogk@bsd45.org. And please check out our website, www.robotoads.com. You can see like some pictures from the past, our sponsors, how you can help out. A lot of information is out there. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming.
Hey, Robotoads, it would be helpful if you kept your calendar more updated. It's hard to keep track of when your meetings are starting and ending and what have you if that calendar's not up to date.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got them to update the regular meetings, but I haven't gotten them to update the leadership and the under my wing meetings yet. So
Okay.
All right. If nobody has any further questions, we're probably going to be ending this meeting now. So, Ms. Herzog, if you want to.
Sure. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you all for coming and showing up. Again, reach out to us if you need anything.